Hey viewers, welcome to Chunner Checks It Out. My name's Chunner, and in this video, I'm going to be watching One Piece episode 1155, the final episode of what should be the end of the Egghead Island arc. And so this week there is no news to talk about that I saw interesting, and there is also no manga chapter. So I'm going to try and keep this episode spoiler free. In the last episode, we found out more about Vegapunk and how he actually knew that York was the spy, but because he found out and he didn't want York to find out, he placed clues to help make it better for his side to accomplish their goals and erased his own memory so that he would have to find out all this information all over again. In the end, I think he succeeded in what he wanted to do. He wanted to get his message out across. And we also saw that we are going with the Giants and we're probably going to go to Elbaf. So in this episode, I'm assuming we're going to have the party like we always do at the end of every single episode. And there'll probably be a bunch of lore drops. And I'm wondering what we're going to see and if they're going to talk about any of the fallout with the Egghead Island. So, yo, let's check it out. Look how big this ship is compared to the Sunny. The giant ship. Ah, look, they're all out of their Egghead costumes.
海軍大将 CP0 セラフィム取り囲む軍艦
Yeah, there are a lot of strong enemies around, that's for sure.
みっともねえなあの野郎四皇にもなってじじい一人
He's gonna think of his image? I don't think so. It's Luffy. It's so strange seeing the Straw Hats in non-Egghead Island outfits. We killed her. Oh, they secured York, huh?
麦わらの一味とジュエリーボニーを取り逃がす失態
Vegapunk's broadcast. The whole world now knows. 200 years ago.
あれから一度たりとも動くことなく200年が過ぎた。
Hasn't moved in 200 years.
真実を捉えていたということでしょうか
Vegapunk said was true. Oh, he's like, don't talk to me like that. The world will sink and the pirates will find the One Piece. The cloud plant's still going on, creating clouds. Creating another Sky Island. Oh, taking Punk Records away.
深刻な食料不足危機餓死してしまう責任者を殺さねば罰を与え
Man, these guys are crazy. You're like, oh, sorry, I skipped the meal because I have 5 to 6 meals a day, and I can't afford my $100 luxury filet mignon every day. Celestial dragons, man. Honestly, Dofi was a standout. Hall of Power.
今しがた名誉を受けてな。ん？誰に？何のだ？ベガパンクヨークを以後、私の直属の部下とし。
And I will assume the role of Godhead of Science and Defense. I wonder what that means. Maybe I do. Garling.
まさか。同性たちよ。
Let us work together to better this world, my fellow elders. Saint Figurlin Garling, Godhead of Science and Defense. 5 elders. Figurlin Garling, huh? And we'll just go ahead and dissect this right now. It says 5 elders, and he's talking to 4 other people. What does that mean?
サタン星どうなされたので。なんだこれは。
I mean, this is great. This sound effect is on it. I mean, it's fine. It's great. Let's just gargle our way to the future. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I don't know what other sounds you would use to say seems like he's choking or something like that. He's suffering. I guess he could have screamed instead. Maybe that might have been better instead of gargling or choking. Man, the animation is going off for sure. Why did you let Joy Boy escape? Explosion! Man, they're still going off on the animation. Let's take a look at this cut here. This cut right here, when it goes to the black and the red. This looks sick. And also when Saturn's decaying, I'm not sure what you call this. Seems like he's decaying. It kind of gives me the kind of a Ghibli vibe. Ghibli is not really dark per se. They do have some moments that's pretty dark, but I feel like for the most part, Grave of the Fireflies, for sure, Totoro, and Spirited Away, Porco Rosso. I mean, some of those have dark themes, but the animation is not dark. I mean, I guess this kind of gives me Spirited Away vibes a little bit from just in the guy who was in the underground when I forgot what the girl's name was now, but she goes down and there's the guy, a spider. I guess they're both spiders, and the spider was kind of cooking something or spinning something. I'm not exactly sure what that spider was doing. Maybe it was rotating a wheel or something, or maybe stirring something in a pot. It kind of gives me this kind of vibes here. Obviously, the other thing that's really interesting is that Saturn took a ton of damage, and he's still alive because he was able to regenerate. But here, he's talking to Emu, and Emu is kind of communicating with him some way. And Emu's saying, Saturn, why did you let Joy Boy escape? So Emu is punishing Saturn for letting Joy Boy escape. I did not know that these powers were so inscrutable. I don't really know what inscrutable means. I'm gonna have to look that up. And then there's an explosion, like he explodes. And then this sick cut that they have with the lighting. And then you have the skeleton here, which is, I mean, you obviously know that it's a skeleton, but it's like a cartoon skeleton. You get the point, but I mean, a skeleton looks like a skeleton, but I don't know. I feel like there's different ways that you can draw skeletons that make it look darker, which I feel like that's what this theme is, of kind of the red and the black theme. And it just kind of looks like a cartoon skeleton that they imported from Skeleton GIF. Edison, I thought Edison was dead.
人類がこの天才の脳を使いこなせる日までワイらで管理しようや。どうや。
So Edison is everybody. So Edison escaped on Egghead
もしもし
Punk
ウェザリア
Records.
かこちらベガパンク
Weatheria.
誰も知らなかった空白の100年には巨大な戦争が起きてて、その時使われた古代兵器によってこの世界は200メートル海に沈んだ。
So one who claims the One Piece will claim one of the weapon's powers. One of the 3 weapons.
天竜人たちが
Maybe control of one of the 3 weapons, because you have Poseidon, who is Shirahoshi, and then one the government has, which I'm assuming that they used on the Lucia, that was powered by the Mother Flame. And then the last one was under Wano. The fact that the celestial dragons reside at the world's highest elevation, Red
ラインと
Line.
いう世界一高い場所に住んでいることもテキーラウルフ、ウォッカウルフ、ラムウルフ、バーボンウルフ、奴隷たちを
And the fact that they've been constructing megastructures using slaves for 700 years. Tequila Wolf is the guy on Blackbeard's crew. And this is the bridge that Robin was kept a slave on, I'm assuming, right? So these people are celestial dragons? Wasn't Tequila Wolf in Impel Down on level 5?
さもなくば民衆が安全な場所を奪い合う世界がやってくる。
People, that makes sense. People are going to start fighting over the safe zones. People are going to start migrating to high ground when the world is going to sink into the sea, because the low ground is going to get overrun by water. If the sea rose 200 meters, basically 1 meter is 3 feet, so that's 600 feet that the sea rose. There's not a lot of places probably on any planet, even on this planet, 600 feet above ground. That's going to put a lot of places underwater. And we did see Water 7, which the sea was rising, and in Water 7, the structures were built upon each other, and that's the same with the Wano Kingdom.
大丈夫？リリス。
Is it party time?
よかった目を覚ましてくれて一時はどうなるかと思ったよというわけでここは巨人族の船の一室で全てがでけえんだ
This is a strange image here. I mean, I just feel like you don't see the Straw Hats barefooted very often. Like, this is just weird. Sanji looks really strange. Oh, and then there's the... Oh, that's Lilith's shoes.
君以外のベガパンクは誰一人連れ出せなかった申し訳ない
You're the only one left.
いいよ、わかった。全部今聞いた。
今聞いた誰に
ちょっと泣かせてくれ。
どの辺が悪なんだろうな。
腹減った
切り替え早っ
そうか食欲あるなら
ヨークと
Because
もう
York
切り
doesn't
離し
eat
てる
for
から
you
か。
anymore. Look at Brooke's outfit. This kind of maroon tuxedo looking thing. With the hat? Okay, Brooke.
リリスルフィも重症だよ落ち込みすぎて食欲が
実を言うとな、早い話。みんな生きておる。
They're all alive.
でも、お前たちにしたら死んどる。お前たちはちゃんと約束を守ってくれた。じゃから、悲しむな、ルフィ。
よくわかんねえけど、リンゴのおっさんはいるのか？
ああ、いる。
おい、巨人族の野郎ども、助けに来てくれてありがとう。
や
Arigato.
る気になったか宴をやるか
これが勇敢なる戦士の宴。
買い物。
Bonnie. It's little Bonnie.
ガババババババ
Yeah, blah, 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 blah,
エルバ
blah.
フに行ったらうまいもん食わせてやる。
エルバフに行けばサウロが
たとえお前らが敵でも俺がなるに決まってんだろ。
Interesting. The season finale end of the Egghead Island arc. Basically, everything that I thought was going to happen happened. I feel like in a lot of the other end episodes, there's kind of more of a party scene. And you definitely did see a lot of eating and drinking and things like that. Yeah, it was good. I really liked how they animated that Saturn scene. And honestly, it's the end of an era for One Piece. As even though I feel like that's kind of changed in the last year or so since we did take a few breaks, this is officially when One Piece is going to go to seasonal. And so, yeah, this is definitely an end of an era for One Piece. I've been watching One Piece pretty constantly since Sabaody. I'm going to say Sabaody Part 1. And that was when I caught up with One Piece 15 plus years ago, around 2010 or so. And there was a lot of things that were happening in Sabaody, honestly. I feel like I'm really happy actually that they are taking a break. Hopefully, maybe to give the animators potentially more time to do a really good job. I definitely feel like all of Egghead Island arc, the animation was really good. And of course, I feel like story has always been a big driver for me in anime. If you don't have a good story, then no matter how good your animation is, just don't think that anime is going to be as good. But anime is a whole package. And so if you have fire story with fire animation, you have an S tier animation. Is just basically what you have, and that's what Egghead is. And for sure, the last couple of years, they've definitely been stepping up. Wano, I feel like, was definitely a new age in animation of One Piece, especially the second half of Wano. Megumi Ishitani came onto the scene, and I believe she directed 976, which was the episode where right before they invade Kaido, and that's when Jinbei joins. I think that was 976. For sure, all of Egghead Island was really good. The emotional impact of Egghead is fantastic. I have always said that while I do like some robot stuff, Frankie is definitely, I want to say, not my least favorite Straw Hat character. I do have another character below Frankie, and maybe I haven't really thought about the bottom. I definitely know my least favorite character and then my top favorite characters. And Frankie is honestly, he's definitely not in my top favorite characters of the Straw Hat Pirates. And I think it's just because of that mech scene. You know, I do like some mech stuff. I do like some tech stuff. Just technology in general, it's just not my favorite style. And I feel like they did a fantastic job on Egghead. It's really in contention for some of my top 5 favorite arcs of One Piece, I would say. This and Wano, I don't know what I would put ahead first, because I like the Wano style way better than Egghead, but Egghead's story is really good. So is Wano's story. I don't know which arc I would rank higher, honestly. But both arcs, I think, are very high. Definitely probably in my top 5 favorite arcs. So obviously they're not going to continue with seasonal or episodes every week. So I think what I'm going to do going forward probably is I'm going to continue reading the manga, and it seems like the manga is going to come out maybe bi-monthly. And then so I'll probably do a kind of recap overview of the manga. If you are caught up with the manga and want to join me on that journey, you can probably expect me to continue doing some videos on that at least for the immediate future, and we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, tell me what you think about Egghead. Did you like Egghead? What did you think about this episode? What did you think about Saturn? Did Saturn do something wrong? What's your favorite arc in One Piece? So yeah, tell me that in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.